Hey guys, this is Gloria, and this is going to be a thank you card for my lucky winner. Her name is, on her YouTube name is Grandma4xover, and that's Sue. Thank you, Sue, for entering my challenge. I just wanted to show you some appreciation for you entering in my challenge. So here goes my card, okay? Today we are using the paper lace, and I'm just using the paper lace just for the word thank you. And then I'm using this paper pad called Best of Brenda Walton, and this paper pad is really gorgeous, and it's paper, but it got so many cute papers on it. You can use paper, you can use cardstock, whichever one is best that you think. Okay, so with that being said, let's start. My card base is going to be a 4 1/4 by 11, and then it's going to be an A2 size card, and I am going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay, let me put this on the side. So guys, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I'm not doing too shabby myself. I figured, since I had a thought of making a thank you card, let me do it on film, so then you guys don't miss out on what I'm trying to do. Okay, my first pen and paper is this vellum, and this vellum is blue, and it's gonna go right on top of my purple card. Now, when I went to the Scrapbook Expo, the lady that I was talking to, she says that I bought vellum tape before, but you can still see the vellum through it. So she turned around, she told me that with the new tape that I ended up getting from my tape runner, this works on vellum really, really good. So, and I kind of went over a little bit. Not used to this one yet because it's so far to the edge on this side instead of on that side. Let me kind of see if I could redo it. And with this tape is easy because you can just roll it and it comes right off, which I am happy about that, because as you guys know, if you've been seeing me for the longest, I do all my boo-boos on camera, and I have fun doing them too, because as I go along I learn. Okay, and as you can see, you can barely see the tape, besides the tape that I went over. And I really, really like this gun because it also fills up a majority of the paper. Like if you have a big cut or something, you see how much you've got right there? Okay, so I'm just going to adhere this down. And that looks right there in the middle. Okay. I just have a little bit extra tape right here. Okay. Got that out. Okay, so now the next thing is my pattern paper, and here goes my pattern paper, and that's going to go right over the blue just like that. And those colors all match. I got all of the colors. Now let me change to my smaller. I got all of the colors that I'm using today. It matches this pattern paper, which is amazing. Okay, and this is one of the patterns that I got out of that paper stack. And that paper stack got some really beautiful, beautiful colors and patterns in it too. Okay, so that's the beginning of my card. Got some glue on the edges. Okay, so now I end up cutting out a scallop, purple scallop, and I cut out a yellow scallop. So I'm going to adhere these together, but before I do that, I have this border that I would like to use, and it's my daisy chain EK Success Punch. And here goes the border that I made, and it's made out of Carnation's glitter paper. And I bought this glitter paper so long ago, so I figured, you know, let me use it while I have it. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna just glue right there. Let me get a piece of scrap paper to do this on. It's been so long since I made a card, I got dry ink glue. There it goes. It started. Okay. And I'm going to trim this up with my scissors. Because I don't need the whole thing. And I'm just going to adhere it right there. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to do this side like that. And it's going to stop right there. Okay. And then to make sure, let me see. Oh yeah, it's going to work perfect. Okay. So guys, the kids are going to be out of school down here in Florida. The last day is Tuesday. Now, I don't know about your kids, but my son, he gets bored really quick. And a lot of times I have to find things to do. And you know, you also got to remember, guys, that just because the kids are out of school, we still have to go to work, whether we want to or not. And I think I kind of put that on crooked. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, and anything going over, I'm going to trim off. Okay, and it's going to look just like that. Okay, now in the middle of that, on my paper lace, I end up cutting out this thank you on my Cricut, and it's this font right here. And you know, let me tell you something. I got so used to the silhouette that cuts intricate cuts, I had the hardest time cutting out this thank you. And I put a new blade in. I lowered down the speed. I adjusted it. I used different papers, and it still would not cut at all. I mean, it was actually really horrible, to be honest with you. And I don't know. I could tell you one thing. Cricut's gonna have to up their game. So I cut this out, and I had to use my drywall mesh, because when it was cutting off the letter, so I couldn't just pick it up and do it. Okay, so I'm gonna adhere that right there in the middle, just like that. Okay, and I'm just gonna wait a second, and while I'm waiting, I'm gonna get my cuddle bug, because I want to cuddle bug this cut right here. And I have my A plate, I have my 1B plate, and then my other B plate. And let me get this folder. And the cuddle bug folder that I'm using is called Rosa, which that's my middle name. And this is a 5x7 cuddle bug folder, and I just love it. I definitely love it. Okay, so I think I gave it enough time to where I could pick this up and nothing won't come off. Okay, excellent. So you see how cute that is? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to adhere this to my scallop. Okay. So I'm going to try to position this in the middle. Just like that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass this through my cuddle bug. So since I got everything all set, I'm going to put this inside my cuddle bug, and we're going to, I think I want that flower right there. And I think that flower is going to come out looking really good. Okay. Okay, so let's pass it through. And look at how awesome that looks. That looks so good. And I mean, this folder right here is amazing. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I just can't help. I mean, the newer folders that they got coming out, and the newer folders is from Anna Griffin. So Anna Griffin, let me tell you something. You got your thing going on, sweetheart, because it is amazing the cuts that you have that goes on this. Okay? So, but before I end up putting this down, I actually want to pop this up. So I got some foam tape that I'm going to use. And I'm going to pop this up. I'm going to put another piece. I should actually put two to kind of bring it out. See, because if I just do it like that, I'm going to put one more piece on there. So there's going to be 2 layers of this foam tape. This foam tape is really thin. It's not like the Pop Dots. It's really thin, as you can see. Look at how thin it is. So sometimes you might need 2 of them. Just to give it a really good dimension on the card. Okay. So that looks really good. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to peel it off, and I'm just going to layer it down. I just love how that folder embossed this little die cut right here. I'm like really amazed how beautiful it came out. gonna go right there. Does that look like in the middle? Maybe a little bit more over. Yes, perfect. Okay, now I also cut another trim out of the green, and I'm just gonna put one up here and one on the bottom. Okay, so before I do that, let me measure how far I'm gonna go across. So if I got those, it'll be up to here, and then if I go here, it's gonna be this one. Okay, so and this is just gonna be sort of like an accent piece. Okay, just like that, and I'm just gonna do the other one. And you know, I just want to show how I appreciate you guys giving me love and support. And you know, just entering my challenge was a blessing. Just like that. Now I also have let me see. You know, I think that's good enough. So there goes the inside of my card. The outside, I mean. Now for the inside, it's going to be really easy. It's going to be another piece of this pattern paper, which I need to cut down. And this is the, not pattern paper, this is the vellum. Okay. And I actually want to do the corners. Okay, now for the inside, I want to use that pattern paper also. But for the inside, I'm going to just use half of it, because I want to put a little sand. So I think 2.5 will be alright. Okay, it's going to be a 2.5 strip like that. So now I want to do the corners, only the bottom. Okay, and then I also want to use a piece of white cardstock. So I need to measure this. As you see, guys, I wasn't really prepared to do this card. I just had the thought of it. And definitely, while I have the thought of it, I have to do it right away. Because if I don't, who knows? It probably won't ever be done. Okay, so if I put that there, put it right there. Okay, so let me do the edges of this white cardstock. Just like that. Now I'm just going to adhere this down. Okay, and then do the same with the pattern paper. You guys, if you see my table's a mess, and all I did was one little card. I mean, it is a horrible mess. But if it's not a mess, you guys are not crafting. Okay, and for in the middle, I have this green strip that I'm just going to put right there. And let me see. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll cut right there. I definitely need to get me another glue pen. Just so okay. Just like that. And then of course I will write a little personal message inside letting her know how much I appreciate her and to tell her thank you very much. So there goes the inside of my card, guys. And here goes the outside. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for stopping by. And thank you for giving me the love and support. And I'll see you guys soon now, okay? Bye.